today. I'm actually making 2 soaps. So what I'm doing now is I'm mixing up my oils. I'm doing one big batch and then I will split them off into the 2 batches I'm going to be making. In here we have olive oil, coconut oil, safflower oil, shea butter, and Crisco. So that's in here. Step 1 to this whole process is going to be to add the lye water. Now recently I was asked, isn't lye dangerous? Why is it in your soap? So the lye water and the oils in here go through a chemical process in the 24 to 48 hours and then over the cure process in order to become soap. And it makes the lye, it makes it not dangerous in terms of it's no longer going to burn you during, like it would if you're just using traditional lye. So basically, during the cold process of soap, or I forget what it's called, I'll put it down below. Basically, during the process of soap making, there's a chemical reaction between the lye and the water that makes soap soap, and it also makes lye not be dangerous. Alright, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to mix it up. Alrighty, so this should be right. So that's mixed there. So since I am going to be using this batch for 2 different soaps, I'm going to split the batch off now to make 2 different soaps. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this over to the side, put this down, and I'm going to do exactly half. So I'm going to put this on here. I know how much my container weighs, so by doing this I will figure out how much my oils weigh and then split it off in half. Oops. Alright, so there are my 2 batches. So, there you go. I'm going to move one off to the side to use for later, and then I'm going to play with one of them now. You saw I just mixed up one large batch of soap, split it into 2. So this is the first batch that I am going to be making today. This batch here is going to be a confetti soap. So what I'm going to do is I have this here. So this is old soap that I shredded up, and that's going to go into this soap here. And this soap is going to be scented with essential oils. The essential oils I'm using today are grapefruit, sweet orange, lemongrass. So those are in here. Those are the essential oils all mixed up right here. And those are going to go right into my soap mix here. So I'm going to stir this by hand, but I'm also probably going to pulse it a little bit more just because I didn't pulse it during the actual, well, I did pulse it. I didn't pulse it a lot during the creating of the soap because I didn't want the second batch that I'm going to be making to set up too fast. So that way I could play with this one a little bit. So I'm going to so that is mixed up there. So this is going to end up being 2 colors. So I'm going to bring in the second container here. I'm going to split it off half and half. Roughly. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. Actually, just kidding. Yeah, I got to do it this way. I was going to put in the confetti, but I think that I have to wait until after I put in the color. So just then I was thinking about possibly putting in the confetti before I put in the colors, but I've decided not to do that. So I actually don't think I'm going to do half and half. I'm going to put a little bit of this back. So I'm going to do dark orange as my base, This I think is going to be like a burnt orange, and then I'm going to do a lighter orange, almost yellow. So these are LabColors by Brambleberry, and they're mixed with water. I'll have to get the exact, I know this is sunflower, I'll have to get the exact color for this one, but they're mixed in water. The little pipette here, I'm going to use the same pipette for both of them, but I'm going to definitely start with my lighter orange here. So I do want this to be a pretty, I want it to be orange. This I've noticed does, if you don't use a lot, does turn yellow during the curing process. So this one I do want to be very orange, so I'm going to put a lot in there. So I would say that I did about 4 full pipettes there. Set this off to the side. This one I'm going to need even more, although I've not used this LabColor quite yet. This one I think might be a bit of a red. Alright, so I'm going to pulse this. So I'm actually going to not pulse. I'm going to mix it in with my spatula. Did that wrong. You always want to start with your lightest color, so that way you can do a less cleaning. So I might pulse these just so that they get mixed in. If you guys have seen me use this color before, I've definitely never gone this orange, but that kind of looks like Cheeto powder. Maybe not the color I was going for, but if I never need Cheetos, at least I know I need 4 pipettes full of that. So this orange I haven't actually used before, but I think it's going to be like a burnt orange, or at least that's what I'm expecting it to be. So I am going to pulse this. So at the moment they are very similar in color, and I did go a little light-handed on this darker orange, so I'm going to try to do a little bit more. I'm going to try to pulse that. Hey everyone, it's Haley. I'm back. So I realized after I got this all mixed up that my memory card was full, so you actually didn't see part of the mixing, but I'm going to show you guys the colors here. So this is the Cheeto orange, I guess I'm calling it, and then this one is the orange that I was mixing when my camera battery and my camera memory got full. Now I'm calling it like a pumpkin orange. So it's definitely darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my confetti. So this confetti here is some old soaps that I had. It's some blues, some pinks, some tans. So I'm going to put a majority in here and some in here. But I am going to use it all. And I'll set this off to the side here. Bring in my spatula. So I'm going to stir in the confetti into the soap here. May have put too much confetti in here, but that's alright because they are going to get mixed together here momentarily. So this one is looking good. So you just basically want your confetti all in there. As you can see, it's all in there. I'm going to dump this one. So this is not going to, I probably should have just put confetti all into one, but not a big deal. I think you'll still see the 2 colors. Live and learn. Live and learn. I'm going to mix these in a little bit. See if we can still keep them 2 slightly different colors. So there's that. All mixed in, and I'm going to bring in, scrape out this. You never want to leave any soap in there. I mean, it helps clean them, I guess, if you wait long enough for it to become soap, but I'd rather have it in my mold. So welcome back. Should have cleaned up before I welcomed you guys back. Let me get all these little soapy things out of the way here. I'm going to put my mold over here. Alright everybody, welcome back. Alright, so here is my mold. It looks exactly like, except it's green, as what I had the confetti in. Bought it at Dollar General for, I think, $3. I got 2 of them. I think it was only available during the summer though, so if you don't have them at your Dollar General now, it's probably because they sold out. So all of this is going in here exactly as it is. And I'm going to even it out in the mold here. So there's that. Tap it down, get it all even. So that there is actually done. So what I'm going to do is I spray the top with rubbing alcohol, and then I'm going to set it aside, and I'll come back and unmold it in about 18 hours. There you go. Hey everyone, it's Haley. I'm here to cut I'm not sure what I'm going to call this one, but this is the one that has grapefruit, right? Wait, no, let's see. So this is the soap that has red grapefruit, sweet orange, and lemongrass in it. So it is amazing. It smells so citrusy. It's fabulous. So I'm not sure if you guys can see here, but I have sectioned this off. This is going to end up being like a 4-inch by 2-inch bars all the way across. So it's going to be a pretty substantial bar. So we're going to cut it. Oh, I actually already marked it out. So I marked out where I want to cut. So I'm just going to make sure that I follow this line as well as possible. Now, I don't have any special soap cutter. I literally use an old kitchen knife. I do not use this knife in my kitchen any longer. I only use it for soap. So let's take a look. So this one has all that nice fun confetti in it. Ooh, look at that. I'm not sure how well you can see it. You can definitely see the brown. I think they're brown. I forgot what color it was. They might have been red. But you can see some of the blue. I'm not sure how well that comes off, but it's basically blue, like traditional plain soap, and some really dark, like brown speckles in there. Oh yeah, that must have been, I did use some of the Java dessert soap scraps in this, so that's probably what that dark is. Now you can't really see the the 2 color oranges in this. Now if I would have done this differently, I probably would not have done 2. Basically made more work for myself, because the moment you throw the confetti into the batter, it all becomes one big mixed in pile of soap. Bottom actually looks pretty cool. So I actually really wish I had more of that brown, because I like that brown against this orange. But I did not have very many scrap pieces of Java dessert. It was a popular one. So this one's going to be a sample. It's a little bit smaller. But the other ones I feel like are pretty substantial chunks of soap that you're going to get with this one. So these soaps are going to be ready. Let's see, we are in the end of July. This video will probably be posted the middle of August. And I would say these soaps are going to be ready for September. Might be the perfect orange soap for your Halloween and fall needs here. But there you go. Let's see if I can get them all in here. There you go.